This is my first video, and we'll see if I continue them depending on how successful this is, on kind of inspiring people to get fit at work, especially in an IT field. We sit here at our desks all day long, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Hopefully you guys or gals are getting up at least every hour, and even if it's just grabbing a coffee, going to the bathroom, checking your mailbox if you still have those. At least get up once an hour and get your body moving, or take a walk at lunch, especially if it's nice out. Those are good ways to do it. But if you really want to actually use your body and get past that sedentary phase, I personally go to the gym. This morning I skipped it, so I'm feeling a little bit of regret. And I was sitting here thinking, what can I use to kind of improvise and do a little bit more with my body? So I recalled all the dead assets that we have lying around, computers and IP phones and battery backups and servers, and I looked around and thought about what I do at the gym, the same motions and what equipment we could use here. So I got a couple. It might look a little silly, but it's effective. I did it before as a practice run for this, and I was a little bit tired. So I'll show you a couple of these. Maybe it'll inspire you to do some of your own workouts. Grab a different, some type of equipment that you have laying around you can improvise with. Or if you have access to a gym at your facility, possibly, that's even better. But for those who don't, maybe have a couple old computers lying around, maybe this will help. So we'll hit a couple different muscle groups. The first one we're going to do, we're going to focus on the triceps here. So for that, I have this old HP DC 7900 little mini workstation here. So I'll show you at two different angles. So what we're going to do here is lift this overhead, and to really work out a tricep, you want a great stretch. So with this, I'll come here at the side. Basically, you're just going to extend your arms out. So just like this, nice and slow until they're straight, and then bring it back down. Again from the front, arms out straight, and bring it back. As you get fatigued, your elbows are going to want to come out like this. Don't do that, because that will it'll bring the shoulders in. You want to really focus on the triceps. So keep your elbows nice and tight as you go through these. And you can get heavier weights as you progress. This is probably, 25, 30 pounds. Might be a little bit too much. But do, I'll say 5 or 6 of these. 3, 4, 5. And bring it back down. That's one way to target the triceps. Another one is if you have somewhat of a desk layout that's close by like this. If not, you could take 2 chairs. If you're able to do this, great. If not, keep working on triceps and then shoulders here to do these. But we can do some dips. Because I'm pretty low to the ground here, I just tuck my feet back. So tuck your feet back like this, and all the way down as far as you can, straight back up. Depending on how you do these, it'll target different muscle groups. The goal here is some triceps, but there's going to be chest and shoulders as well. If you lean forward, this will target chest a little bit more. Those are good. I'll show you with the chairs. Make sure you don't use a spinning office chair. That won't do so well. These stationary chairs. Spread them apart. And same concept. Tuck your feet, bring them back, straight up and down. It's a little tricky to get a full extension, but something's better than nothing when it comes to this stuff. The next one I'll show you is we're gonna do some quads and hamstrings. Quads, not hamstrings. So quads, very large muscle group. Takes a lot to work them out, and we're just sitting all day long, not using them. So one, you could start out if you're somewhat of a novice. You could start out just by doing body weight squats. Bring that booty down. If your wife ever says you got a small butt, you can't keep your pants up without a belt, these will help. You want to try and avoid having your knees go past your toes. Do a couple of these. And you can bring your arms back and forward, like so. If you want to add a little bit of weight, make it more difficult, you've got a tower. You can do what's called a goblet squat. Take the tower, hold it just pretty much right in front of you, and continue to do the squats as best you can while supporting this weight. That's quads, a little bit of hamstrings, I believe. It's effective. Next we're gonna do the biceps. This one's a little bit tricky because I was having difficulty finding something that allowed me to do the motions. So came up with these terrible Lenovo M71Z desktop all-in-one PCs. And the power supply's dying them all the time. But they make great dumbbells. They've got these little handles, a little kickstand, and it works perfect for curling weight. So I've got two of these, and hopefully you can find something a little bit better. I know this looks ridiculous, but it works. A very simple bicep curl. Now with these, you want to make sure to really target the bicep. You're not moving your elbow, you're keeping your elbow stationary. And when you get to the top, you want to try and flex those biceps. Get a nice full flex in there. Again, I know it looks ridiculous, but it works. I'm out of breath right now. So this is one way to target those biceps. Whew. Next up, to get some shoulders, do an overhead press movement. So for this one, I'm just going to choose this HP tower, and quite simply, we'll lift it up over your head, nice and full. Now normally you would go down deeper, but it's a little bit tricky because this device is so awkward. If you got a barbell, you could bring it down to your chest like you're supposed to and get nice full contraction. But again, this is just improvising, getting some type of workout in while you can. And hey, if you've got, old blade servers sitting around, those weigh a good 40 pounds sometimes. So you can move up in weight as you progress. That's your overhead press. So, other than that, next one was shoulders. Or, lats. Your lats in the back here, up here. Again, going back to these M71s, what we can do is take these and just do simple shrugs, shoulder shrugs, like so, and really focus on fully bringing those shoulders up and targeting those lats. And if you got heavier weights that you can handle, perfect. This is what I got. Alright, that's good. Now the rest of this course, not really, just a couple more things. Not going to use IT equipment, but good to do in general. Do a little bit of cardio, some plyometrics. So just do a couple jumping jacks. I usually do about 30 of these. Either I hope you know how to do. Really get that heart rate up if your goal is fat loss. And for those that don't know, the quickest way to really shred weight is build muscle. So combining things like cardio, plyo, plus actual strength training is going to help you. The next one we got to do a little bit of abs, because we love to sit here and snack and not do much. So really get those love handles. there's a thousand different things you can do for abs. Sit-ups, crunches, very popular. Planks also very popular now. Just for ease of everyone, I think of all exercises, plank would be easier. Just really do it as long as you can. Not much use going beyond a minute though. You're better off taking a rest and doing it again. Hopefully you can see. So with this exercise, it's very simple. You're basically just going to be flat, like a washboard. Arms out straight, legs straight, keep your back straight. And you're just going to want to make sure your abs, your core, nice and tight. And do this for as long as you can. Again, about a minute is sufficient. Nice and tight. Don't let your pelvic muscle come in. And that's my demonstration. This is, let me move the camera up, probably want to look at that. Hopefully this inspires some of you to use some of the equipment you got laying around, get that heart rate going, break a little sweat. And if you like these videos, maybe I'll find some more stuff and we'll go through some more exercises, but targeted a couple different muscle groups, got the heart rate up. Just remember to stay hydrated and hopefully you enjoy this video. Thanks.